Picture this. You're at the beach. Perfect day. Clear water. You decide to swim out just a little farther than usual, and then you feel it. A rip current. Sudden, violent, pulling you away from shore. You try to swim back, but the ocean's stronger. Your arms are getting tired. Your legs feel like concrete, and then you go under.
We're going to run the country until such time as we...
First play, Henry, right, and Derrick Henry into the open field right away.
Oh, hey there. I'm your host. By now, you probably know the deal. Dead guy, coffee, morbid curiosity, blah, blah, blah. Let's skip the pleasantries and talk about drowning. You know what's weird? People think drowning looks like thrashing and screaming. It doesn't. It's quiet, terrifying. And today, I'm going to show you exactly why. What happens in those final minutes underwater isn't peaceful. It's not like falling asleep. It's panic, pain, and your body fighting a battle it can't win. Let's find out what it feels like when your lungs fill with water. Okay, you're underwater. And for the first few seconds, you're still in control. You're holding your breath. You know you need air, but your body's cooperating. Your lungs are sealed. You're fighting to get back to the surface. But here's the thing. The average person can hold their breath for about 30 to 90 seconds. Maybe 2 minutes if you're trained. After that, your body stops asking nicely. Your brain needs a constant supply of oxygen. When you hold your breath, carbon dioxide builds up in your blood, and your body hates that. CO2 triggers your breathing reflex, that desperate urge to inhale. About 30 seconds in, you feel it, that burning sensation in your chest. Not from lack of oxygen yet, but from too much carbon dioxide. Your diaphragm starts contracting involuntarily. Little spasms. Your body's begging you to breathe.
Bro, please breathe!
Why is this motherfucker not breathing?
Oh no, we're gonna die!
And you're still fighting it. Because you know that if you breathe underwater, you're done. So you hold on. You keep swimming. You keep fighting. But your body doesn't care what you know. It has one job. Get oxygen. And it's about to override your conscious control. 45 seconds. Your vision's starting to blur. Your movements are getting sloppy, uncoordinated. Your brain's oxygen levels are dropping, and cognitive function is going with it. And then you make the mistake. The one everyone makes. You inhale. All right, here's where things get systematic. Think of drowning like a really twisted video game. Except the only way to win is to not play. Let's break this down level by level. Level 1. You're underwater, holding your breath, fighting for the surface. This is the maybe I can still make it phase. Your CO2 levels are spiking. Your diaphragm's spasming. Every cell in your body is screaming for oxygen. But you're still conscious, still fighting, still you. Some people make it out at this level. Strong swimmers. Lucky ones. But if you don't, then welcome to level 2. Level 2, your body overrides your brain and you inhale. Water rushes into your mouth and nose. Your larynx, that's the gateway to your lungs, immediately goes into spasm. Laryngospasm. It's slamming shut, trying to protect your lungs from drowning. But here's the cruel irony. It's also blocking air. You can't breathe in, can't breathe out. You're choking on nothing. About 10 to 20% of drowning victims die right here. Dry drowning. Their lungs never fill with water. They suffocate because their own body won't let them breathe. But for most people, the laryngospasm eventually breaks. And that's when you hit level 3. Level 3, water floods your lungs, and everything goes sideways. Your lungs are made of millions of tiny air sacs called alveoli. Their job? Transfer oxygen from air into your bloodstream. But now they're full of water. Salt water if you're in the ocean, fresh water if you're in a pool. And here's where it gets medically interesting. Salt water is hypertonic, higher salt concentration than your blood. It pulls water out of your bloodstream into your lungs. You're dehydrating while drowning. Fresh water is hypotonic, lower salt concentration. It gets absorbed into your bloodstream, diluting your blood and bursting red blood cells. Either way, you're drowning. The method's just scientifically different. Your lungs are waterlogged, heavy. You try to breathe, but you're just pulling in more water. Your oxygen saturation drops below 60%. Your brain's starving, and that triggers level 4. Level 4, hypoxia, oxygen deprivation, and your brain starts breaking down. Your cognitive functions collapse. Logic, gone. Memory, fading. You might forget where you are, forget how you got here. Your brain's running on fumes. Some people enter a strange state of confused calm.
Be water, my friend.
They stop fighting. Not because they've accepted death, but because their brain literally can't generate panic anymore. The circuits are offline. Your vision's tunneling. Sounds are distorted. You might hallucinate, see lights, shapes, people who aren't there. Your brain's desperately trying to make sense of the chaos. And then your body moves to level 5. Level 5, your heart's in trouble. Big trouble. Your heart's been working overtime, trying to pump oxygenated blood to your brain. But there is no oxygenated blood. Your heart rate spikes 150 to 160 beats per minute. Then it becomes erratic, skipping beats, fibrillating. Your cardiovascular system is collapsing. Blood pressure's plummeting. Your extremities have been shut down. All remaining blood is being rationed to your brain and heart. And somewhere around the 2 to 3 minute mark underwater, you lose consciousness. Honestly, that's a mercy. Because level 6, you don't feel. Level 6, game over. You're unconscious. Your heart's barely beating. Maybe 20 to 30 beats per minute. Your brain's functionally offline. The cerebral cortex, your consciousness, your personality, your memories, it's already gone. What's left is just your brainstem, desperately trying to keep primitive functions running. Your heart stops, cardiac arrest. Your brain has about 3 to 4 minutes before permanent damage. After 10 minutes, you're not coming back. From the outside, you look peaceful, calm. But that's not peace. That's death. And then it's just silence. Okay, but what does this actually feel like? Let's talk about the subjective experience. Because drowning isn't just biology, it's psychological hell. At first, it's pure primal panic. Your entire nervous system floods with adrenaline, fight or flight at maximum. You're clawing at the water, reaching for anything, desperate for air. And drowning is exhausting. You're fighting your own body weight, the current, gravity. Your muscles burn through energy in seconds. You're running on pure survival instinct. When you first inhale water, it's agony, burning. Your throat's on fire, your lungs feel like they're being shredded, you're choking, convulsing, and there's nothing you can do. Then the confusion sets in. Your brain's oxygen starved. Time distorts. You might see things. Lights, shadows, faces that aren't there. Your brain's misfiring, creating false sensory input. Some people report out-of-body experiences. Watching themselves drown from above. That's dissociation. Your brain detaching from the horror of what's happening. And here's the controversial part. Some survivors describe a moment of peace. Euphoria. That's the endorphins. Your dying brain's last gift. A painkiller for the end. But don't romanticize it. That peace comes after the terror, after the pain, after the fight. Drowning isn't gentle. It's brutal right up until you lose consciousness. Final moments. You're unconscious now. And honestly, this is where the worst is over. For you, anyway. Your heart's failing, barely pumping. Your brain's shutting down region by region. First consciousness, then memory, then motor control, then the brainstem. From the surface, rescue divers might see you, and you look calm, floating. But you're not calm. You're dying. Your brain's got maybe minutes before the damage becomes irreversible. But without oxygen, without circulation, those neurons are dying by the thousands. You don't feel your heart stop, you're already gone. Water has a 100% success rate. So there you have it, drowning. 6 levels, from holding your breath to complete system failure. But here's the good news. Drowning is survivable if someone gets to you fast. CPR, rescue breathing, quick medical response, you can come back from this. Your brain can recover, sometimes. So learn to swim, respect riptides, don't swim alone. You know, basic survival stuff. Next time on What Dying Feels Like, I haven't decided yet. Drop your suggestions in the comments. I'm taking requests. Oh, and stay hydrated out there. Wait, no, don't. Go drink some water. Wow, poor choice of words.